Welcome back to Grafting Dragon Fruit. I'm Richard, and in this video today, I'm going to be giving you guys an update on Thai Gold. And before we start this video, I just wanted to let you know that I partnered with Function Health, a platform that focuses on giving you deep insights into your health. I chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives you access to the kind of data that people never see and steps to take action. I recently got my first round of blood work done and have finally received the results. Most of my results were delivered within 72 hours, and the more intricate one took a few weeks. Once you get your results, a clinician reviews and shares their notes with you. What I found really cool was the biological age indicated I was younger than my calendar age. Function also provides an action plan to improve any biomarkers that's not in range. They give you food recommendations and which ones to avoid. They also provide recommendations for supplements as well. With Function, you can test over 100 biomarkers from heart and hormones to toxins, inflammation, and stress. You can also access multi-region MRI and CT scans, all tracked in one secure place over time. Lab visits are fast and convenient at over 2,000 locations across the United States. It's $499 per year, and that makes it only $1.37 per day for cutting-edge health insights. Function Health is offering a $100 credit for first-time members to my subscribers. Learn more and join using my link in the video description below, or scan this QR code to get signed up. Be sure to take advantage and control of your health today. Now let's get back to the video. I did a massive pruning on this variety a few weeks ago. And if you guys haven't seen my video on 5 reasons why your dragon isn't producing buds or fruit yet, check that out. I'll leave it in my description below. And to recap a little bit about it, I left Thai Gold to have all of these undergrowth under here. I'm talking about 16 branches that were about mature cuttings that can potentially put out fruit. And it was just everywhere. So if you guys check that video, you guys will see an example of all of that lower growth down there. And after pruning it and giving it some fertilizer, it finally had enough energy to produce me flower and buds, you guys. So I've had a couple flowers bloom and I repollinated them, and it now set into fruit. And because all of that energy is not being sucked by the lower branches anymore, it was able to travel now all of its nutrients to the top of the canopy. And you guys will not believe how much buds I have now on Thai Gold. So that's the proof right there for you guys to make sure you maintain, prune your dragon fruit, get rid of all of that lower growth, because of all of that branches at the bottom, it's just gonna suck up all the energy and try to keep making it get more plumped, get it to be more mature. It's basically sending all of its auxin hormones, the hormones that keep it growing aggressively, is all focused at this area. So it never really gets to travel to the top of the canopy. Once we removed all of that, it took about 1 to 2 weeks for me to see the first signs of buds. And by the 3rd week, it exploded with all of these buds. So check all that out. Each branch that is thick and mature are all budding like crazy. So much that the plant can't even hold on to all of the buds. So I'm gonna show you guys all of the buds that are wanting to abort. And they're aborting because there's just so many. I'm counting at least 4 to 5. Some of them have even 6 buds per branch. So what I'm gonna do today at this stage is we're gonna go around, check out all the buds, see which one is about to abort anyways, and we're just gonna go ahead and manually take that off. It's okay to take those buds off, and you want to do that. If you keep that aborted bud on there, it's gonna try to save it and focus its energy on trying to make it just hang on there and make it try to grow. But to prevent that, you can just cut this lifeline off by taking it off, and I'll show you how to do that. So this one is getting yellow. I'll do a squeeze test and it gives me a little bit of give. You can see that's indenting in. And if I were to push it like this, it comes right off. So this one, I know it's gonna abort. This one also is going to abort. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take that off. There are more obvious ones. If you guys are comfortable with taking them off at this stage and you know it's gonna abort, go ahead and do it right away so it can focus all of its energy on that singular bud that wants to keep growing. So that bud is gonna grow quick, very quick, once you take all of the aborting buds off. Here's a very obvious one that I wanna show you guys. So you can see here, it's yellow compared to this one here. These two are still growing. And let's follow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buds on this single branch. So it only makes sense that one of them wants to abort because it's just way too many for this branch to hold on to. We can help it by fertilizing, which I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video. But first, we want to just remove all of those buds that are aborting. But you can see how many buds we have. This is what they look like once they're ready to start blooming soon. So we have about another 2 to 3 days for it to grow and finally bud. I will show you guys some fruits that I already pollinated. And here they are. So these 3 fruits, after I recorded that video on why your dragon fruit is not budding or blooming, a week later I got them some buds and I pollinated it. So we have buds, we have a new set of buds. So you can see my first round of buds, we only had 3 fruits, and that's because it didn't have enough energy. Everything was just down there, but it was still able to force out 3 buds. The minute I took all of those buds out, my gosh, you can see all of the buds now. I have over probably easily 20 or 30 fruits on here if they were all to survive. I still see another bud here that wants to abort. They're very close to each other anyway, so I would normally just take this off. And that's what you get when you clean up all of your branches. So that's why it's very important. I know it's very discouraging. You have, put so much labor and work and time into growing your dragon fruits, and you feel like if you mess up, it's going to be the end of the world, but that's not the case. They love to be pruned. Dragon fruit are one of those plants that if you cut off branches, it will just grow 2 or 3 times more. It's a miracle plant. It's very resilient. They grow and will survive in tough conditions. All you have to really do is maintain it, water it, and give it a lot of TLC, tender love and care, and you will be rewarded with all of these amazing fruits, okay? All right, now that we have all of these buds, the next thing you want to do is to fertilize it again. So I did my last fertilizing about 3 weeks ago. I like to fertilize every 3 weeks to 1 month, but if there's new buds that come, I always want to go ahead and throw some fertilizer in there to kickstart the process of it breaking down, so that way it can be nutrients available for the roots to go ahead and absorb and take all in. So because we are using Dr. Earth Bud in Bloom Flower Girl, I really love this brand. It's organic, very easy to use, it's granular. You just have to scoop about 1 cup and sprinkle it in here about every 3 weeks to 1 month, and you will always be seeing them having some progress and growth because there's food available for them to take and become nice and healthy. So that's what I'm gonna do today, guys. We have a lot of buds. They're gonna need some help. Just water now is not gonna do it. And the last time I fertilized was about 3 weeks ago, so it's about time anyway. So it's perfect timing right now for me to start fertilizing. I always get the 50-pound bags, you guys. And the best price where I found them at has been on their actual website. If you go to drearth.com, you will be able to find this 50-pound bag for about, I want to say it's $90 to $100, but it's going to last you a very long time. And if you're growing like multiple pots of dragon fruit like me, big containers like 20 to 25 gallons, you're going to need this because every month you're going to feed about 20 to 30 pots. It does go to use very quick, so make sure you guys get the big bag. But if you're not growing as this many pots, you can always get the smaller ones. They have 4-pound, 12-pound, up to 50 pounds. But on Dr. Earth website, it is the cheapest where I found it. So if you guys really want to buy them, I recommend going on their website. They used to not sell it on their website, but for some reason now it's starting to become available. And this is what it looks like. Very easy to use, granular. It doesn't have any smell. And all you have to do is sprinkle it on top of your pot and mix it in. So that's what we're gonna do. I just need 1 scoop of this. And I kind of just always use this scooper for all of my pots. It's a little bit more than a cup, as you can see. This is pretty big. I'm thinking about 2 to 2.5 cups in here, but it's okay. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top like this. And if your soil is too compact or it has root bounded, you can always add another layer of soil on top of here, top dress it, and just mix it in. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. We're just gonna mix all of this in. And usually at the end of the season, the soil does get pretty compact. I am using the new soil mixture, so I don't know how compact the soil gets. So we're gonna see at the end of the season if I need to add any more topsoil on. But so far this season, with the new soil mixture that I used with the granite, decomposed granite and the Sunshine 4 mix, it's been working great. Everything's been growing super aggressively and no problems at all. They actually really enjoy this soil, and I can see it from all of their growth. Okay, last step, you guys, is to water your pot. After you already fertilized it, put your granular in there and you mix it in. Last step is just to water it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Make sure your water is nice and cool. It's been really hot. One thing I do want to add is, if it's hot, you guys, and you know it's gonna be hot for a couple of days, you can water it more often. Just because there's no really rule of thumb where they tell you to water every 2 or 3 days. That's a good baseline, but you really need to pay attention to the weather. Come out here, see how your soil is. If it's dry, at least 2 inches on the top of your soil, go ahead and water them. If you have really good draining soil, you should not be worried about it getting any root rot or any stagnant water staying in there. So it's almost okay to water every other day if it's really hot. So just keep that in mind. And we're actually about to have a heat wave coming here in about, it's actually starting already. Today's the first day of the heat wave. So the next 3 to 4 days, it's gonna be about 94 to 95 degrees. It's gonna be very hot. All right, guys, I'm still gonna water this. I like to water until I see a little bit of water running, overflowing at the bottom. Once it overflows out at the bottom and drains out the bottom, I know that there's enough water in here and we've reached to the bottom of the pot. So we're just gonna keep on watering this. Just like that. And as I was watering this, I still see some buds that want to abort. Here's another one, and one more. Just okay. We still have plenty. One side note I want to talk about with Thai Gold is, when I was given this variety in Vietnam, they told me it was self-fertile. So I just took their word for it, and once I got home, I normally always cross-pollinate all of my dragon fruit anyways, so I've always been cross-pollinating, thinking it's self-fertile. This season, I actually did the test on it and actually used its own pollen to fertilize it, and to my surprise, I found out that it is not self-fertile. But still, it's a really good variety. It tastes amazing. You will never find another dragon fruit with that lemonade flavor, a sweet lemonade flavor. So I think it's worth it, even though it's self-sterile. It's a really beautiful yellow giant fruit, and the flavor of it is worth keeping. So just a little tip to you guys. So if you already have Thai Gold, it's not self-fertile. You guys gotta cross-pollinate it with a different variety. You can use Vietnam White, you can use Sugar Dragon, Pink Panther, anything besides its own pollen. Make sure you cross-pollinate Thai Gold so that way you guys can have success on setting the fruits. Okay, guys? And I'm gonna end it with that note. That was all we had for today. Just want to show you guys a quick update, the power of trimming and pruning your canopy, keeping it nice and clean and keeping all the canopy on top. So that way you can have a massive, explosive of buds coming your way. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you guys watched it all. So if you guys did, please hit that like button. If you have any comments about Thai Gold or anything I did today, leave in the comments below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button right there, so that way you won't miss a single thing. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Grafting Dragon Fruit. Peace.